I told myself when I was super poor and I had 2 pairs of shoes.
Mhm.
I had a black pair of shoes that I wore to cater, and I had a pair of sneakers that were my workout shoes
That you wore everywhere else.
that I just wore.
Right.
Okay. And we were on Home Improvement, and I remember putting the new shoes on because they gave me new shoes.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh.
You forgot what new shoes it felt like.
And the woman was like, what, you don't like them? I was like, no, and I was kind of touching them. I was like, I just haven't had new shoes in a bit. She goes, how long has it been? I said, probably 4 or 5 years.
Damn.
And she was like, what? And I go, yeah, I just haven't had the money and spending money on the kids and, you know.
Yeah.
And, dude, I was there for a day.
Mhm.
And when I changed and I said goodbye and they had, so cool. It's going to make me a tiny little bit emotional.
Okay.
But
Clip it.
that wardrobe lady wrapped up those fucking shoes, dude. Put a little bow on them, man.
That's awesome.
It meant so much, dude. It meant so much. I had so little. And it was just super cool just to be on a set for a day and not worry about you guys or not worry about how I was going to put food on the table or.
It was a day you got to focus on yourself.
I just got to forget.
Yeah.
And then as I was starting to remember, I got to go back, to be able to put those fucking new shoes on.
That's awesome.
Was something I will never forget that feeling for the rest of my life.
Do you remember her name?
I don't remember her name. I remember I kept those shoes in a box, dude. I would wear them and
That's awesome.
I would clean them and I would put them. And they were like Asics.
Yeah, but still, it was
just a new shoe.
Yeah.
And the fact that this woman
looked out for you.
Yeah.
When she did not have to.
At all.
Hey.
At all.
Minimal effort, maximum result shit.
It was such a cool thing. I will never forget it for the rest of my life. I'll never forget the feeling of such a tiny gesture. But it meant it was such a big thing for me.
Honestly, you talking about that kind of for people like for me, somebody who knows you because you're my dad, it gives me a little more also insight. Like you are the way you are because you were raised right. You're a good person. You have a moral compass, like all of the above things, right? But that experience feels like it gives me a little insight into your brain as to why you do some of the things that you do. And I feel like that experience with that wardrobe woman, set something permanently in your head to always be, even if you didn't have anything, to always be looking out for someone who had less than you.
I definitely do that. That time in my life is what definitely showed me that. I can say for me, and I know it's one of the reasons that I try to be that way with other people.
Mm-hmm.
I can say for me that I would not have gotten through those times without the kindness of strangers.
Yeah.
Without people at the park looking out for me and it was amazing. There was a community, and I do try to do that for other people because, when people didn't have to help me, and people who didn't know me, they did, man, and it meant a lot, and it means a lot when you can do that for other people, and so I definitely try. It's one of the reasons I try to be kind to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And give when I can.
You also just never know what somebody else is going through.
100%. 100%. You would have had no idea what I was going through in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And these people still looked out for me. It was something I'll never forget, dude. It really did shape me, including, obviously our family and
Right.
But there were people around the neighborhood, vendors, that woman at Ralph's who made sure she gave me free
Yep.
free food every day.
Yeah.
She really, that woman,
She could have gotten fired.
yeah. And that was not a woman who could, but I could tell she knew
Yeah.
what I was going
She
through.
sympathized or empathized or something.
I could tell she looked at me and was like, I've been there.
Right.
And so it was like, it's why I'm so very grateful about where I am right now.
Mhm.
Look, dude,
We're not big balling.
I'm not, yeah,
But-
dude, I'm not Burt Kreischer. I'm not selling 30,000 tickets at Bridgestone. I'm not
Right.
Segura. I'm not Andrew Schultz, or I'm not even Trevor Wallace or any of these dudes. And it doesn't matter. I'm so very grateful to be where I am because I know where I've been.
Right.
And so like, and there wasn't any overnight success.
No.
There wasn't, it's not like, oh, I can just kind of glide now. That's not it either.
Mm-mm.
But I think you know this. I think this past year has been filled with so much joy for me, including with my work.
Dude, this has for sure been a new you. Like, obviously, you've always had energy on stage. You've always been super fun to watch perform. And obviously, I'd seen your sets for years, but every time I hear jokes, I'm still laughing at the same punchlines. Like, you really do look like you have a new, like, pep in your step, energy on stage from this year. I'll take the credit for it.
A lot of it is you, man. But there's no doubt a lot of it is you.
But you're also like, I can see your brain firing more too.
Yeah.
Like you're like, just like my creative brain is opening up, your brain's always been creative, but I'd still, again, see new switches flipping on for you. And it's really cool to see you just enjoying your time. And I remember at a time when you were touring, you were like, I would do anything to get off the road. And
Mhm.
look, we would love to stay in town and find something that would keep us here, but traveling has become a little less tedious, for sure.
Well, I
Or
don't
not
think
tedious, but it's still exhausting.
Yeah.
But it's a little less because, we're doing it together.
I don't think there's any doubt, dude, that you have added years to my desire to be on the road. Not only am I, you know
I thought
what,
you were just going to say be funny, but that
No.
works too.
dude, you know what I didn't realize is how lonely I was.
Dude, the last time you did a UK Europe tour, you did it by yourself.
Australia too.
That sounds like, obviously it's like cool self-exploration, and you probably did a lot of soul searching, especially on that one. But like, I would go nuts.
Yeah.
You did it for so long.
I didn't quite realize how lonely I was. I was just like, sometimes when you get in a habit or, things are habitual,
Becomes routine.
you're like, oh, this is just how life is. And
Yep.
so I was like, oh, just comics are supposed to be alone. And, but,
I think you really noticed though on the weekends that mom or me came on the road, you were like, oh, this is so much better.
so much better.
And I'm also, we had a little heart to heart last night in the car. We've had one for pretty much
Dude,
half
that
of this
meant so
podcast.
much to me last night.
I'll tell everybody. This year for me really has been such a crazy. It's never where I thought I'd be in life. Like at the end of last year, working as a PA still, when I finally decided I wanted to change my career and change my path in life because I was the only one who could change it. What happened this year? I couldn't have even imagined what we did this year, where we went, the crowds we performed in front of. It exceeded any sort of expectation I could have ever had, especially also with me and like finding a new career path. And now I'm not just there to sell merch and do a Q&A. I'm opening for you. This is
Mhm.
officially become what we had kind of always talked about. And the expectations for this year were super high, but they were so above what I could have even imagined. And I can't wait to see what we do next year, because it's going to be it's going to be wild. But
What-
also on all of that, and the only way I had this opportunity is because of you. So thank you for
Dude,
for all of this. It's been legit. I know we joke a lot on stage about how I'm like, yeah, coming on the road is cool and seeing him is all right, I guess. But it really has been like, I'm seeing mom more too. We all live in the same state. It really has been a year of, it's been a game changer. So
Yeah.
I thank you and I love you. And thank you so much for any opportunity you've ever given me.
Dude.
What I've done just period in almost 27 years,
You've done some pretty good shit.
I've done some
Yeah.
ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
And it really is because of the work you put in and the opportunity you, or in the position you put yourself in to work hard for you and your family. And most of the things we've done are because of you. So
Dude,
thank
just
you.
so you know, my absolute pleasure.
Also keep working hard so we can do cool shit.
Yeah.